So, yeah, I think for a while we'll see some of that, and then I think that will subside. I think normalcy, as we knew it before, will come back into play or be more the norm again. But I think for a while, certainly.
I know this is not your bailiwick to talk about relationships between single people, but how do you think single people are handling this? Because I'm a single person, and I'm doing okay because I'm an employee in an essential industry. I go to work, I go to the studios and do my stuff, and I've come here and I come back home and I've got projects to do. I keep busy. I don't have a significant other in my life, but what? Single people in relationships who aren't together, this has got to be, this is a tough time for them too. We're all having tough times.
Where I think, and you can confirm this because you're a single person, that I think single people have probably done better with this simply because, like you said, you don't have a significant other that you go home to, that you answer to. So your life hasn't changed that much. Probably the biggest change is going to be just being able to go out and socialize again. And you haven't been able to do that, but I don't think your at-home life is much different, and that won't be affected either way, staying in or going back out. But I'm guessing you've missed the socialization because you don't have the people contact.
I find as a single person that this has not changed my life hardly at all because I come home, other than the fact that I sense, now that things are normal, not normal, and I have to stay home because of the order. I said, well, I might as well make the best the best of this as I can, and there are a lot of things I wanted to do. So I might as well do them, clean up projects, organization, things, little things like that, reading books and stuff like that. So that's it. Marlene, I'm down to about a minute here. Anything that we've missed that you want to get out there?
The only thing I would say is with separated parents, all my clients called me after the stay-at-home order went into effect and said, do we exchange the children? The answer is yes. But then the next question I got is, what if we agree not to? And the answer there is, that's fine, but get it in writing and have a plan to make up that time. So I would just like to get that out there to the divorced parents that are listening.
Right. So continue with the child exchange, but if you don't, be sure you got a piece of paper that says that.
Yes, exactly.
The book is available. I'm taking it at Amazon and all the usual online suspects, Contentious Custody.
Yes. And on my website.
Yes. And that is MarleneBizub.com, B-I-Z-U-B.
Correct.
Marlene,
yes.
I thank you for the time out. I wish you the best, and best to you in Colorado.
Thank you so much. You too.
Dr. Marlene Bizub, who is the author, again, of Contentious Custody. You can get it to Amazon. And if you want to know more, you can go to her website, Marlene Bizub. That's Marlene, M-A-R-L-E-N-E, Bizub, B-I-Z-U-B.com. Conversation Collage, available on all your podcast platforms. We have a Facebook page and an Instagram page. Both are under Conversation Collage Podcast. So please check us out there. Like us. Message with us. We'd love to hear from you. And we hope you're enjoying it. And also tell your friends, because spread the word. That's how more people get into the tent here. As I've mentioned in earlier podcasts, I subscribe to newsletters from Fortune magazine, and they're pretty much, as everything else is, focused on the pandemic right now. And one of them caught my eye from yesterday, as we record this, from David Meyer, who substituted on the CEO Daily newsletter. And he was in Berlin, and he talks about what's going on with not only the pandemic, but air pollution and the correlation between those two things. From here on out, I'm quoting David Meyer. There's an interesting thread of air pollution research taking place in the context of the pandemic crisis. It could just lead to one of those drastic post-pandemic changes. Drastic drops in road and air traffic and in industrial activity are leading to dramatic, if temporary, improvements in air quality. And as a new study from Europe's Center for Research on Energy and Clean Air suggests, this is having a direct impact on European people's lives. The organization estimates that the coronavirus lockdown has already resulted in 11,000 fewer air pollution-related deaths, as well as 6,000 fewer cases of child asthma, 600 fewer preterm births, 1,900 fewer asthma-related emergency room visits, and 1.3 million fewer days of work absence. Of course, in the grand scheme of things, this needs to be weighed against the health impacts of the lockdown itself in terms of stress, lack of exercise, reduced income. But there's more. In hard-hit countries such as the United States, the United Kingdom, and Italy, officials and researchers are increasingly noting a disturbing phenomenon of COVID-19 death rates being higher in places that, until the crisis hit, had high levels of dangerous pollution particles in the air. The implication appears to be that air pollution weakens our defenses against a virus such as SARS-CoV-2. We already knew that air pollution is linked with chronic respiratory disease, cancer, cardiovascular disease, and so on, and people with these conditions are particularly susceptible to COVID-19. Of course, this research is at a very early stage, and we need to be cautious about drawing overt casual links. But if the links really are there, then, as World Health Organization Public Health Director Maria Neira told the Financial Times, quoting here, "The day we take off these masks, we need to breathe clean air. No way will we accept the level of pollution that we had before. We have to use the pandemic to create a healthier society, one that is better prepared for emergencies." End quote. Time will tell if the coronavirus crisis ends up accelerating the drive away from fossil fuels. But German Chancellor Angela Merkel delighted environmental campaigners by insisting that coronavirus-related economic stimulus programs be strongly linked to climate protection. And added the Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, quoting again, "The restart can lead to a healthier and more resilient world for everyone." End quote. Question. Could a green recovery be a chance to kill two birds with one stone? David Meyer in for Fortune Magazine's CEO Daily newsletter. You can check that out if you go to their website, fortune.com. That is it for the 37th edition of Conversation Collage, coming to you from Wenatchee, Washington, the Apple capital of the world and the buckle of the power belt of the Great Northwest. I thank you for listening, and be sure and join us for the next edition, okay? Ken Joannesen here. Be good to yourself.